Hello and welcome to the Show Sponge podcast, where yours truly talks about my favorite and least favorite movies and shows. In this episode, I'll be talking about movies and shows that I hold dear to my childhood. Before I start listing them, it's important to keep in mind that movies always seem better when you're a kid, and you really realize the actual quality of the movie once you get older. Alright, now let's talk childhood movies. I'll start off with something that I still enjoy watching to this day, Wallace and Gromit. Wallace and Gromit is a stop-motion British series created by Aardman Animations. The stars are Wallace, a cheese-loving inventor, and Gromit, a silent yet loyal dog. The series consists of 4 short films and one 85-minute movie. The first short film, A Grand Day Out, is about them adventuring via homemade spacecraft to the moon in search of cheese. Now, this series made me realize my deep appreciation for cheese. As stated previously, I still think Wallace and Gromit holds up and will always have a place in my heart. Now, the second piece of my childhood would have to be the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. I watched these superhero movies before I had even heard of the Avengers. Even if these movies seem outdated, actors like Tobey Maguire, Willem Dafoe, and J.K. Simmons give the movies their charm. The CGI is questionable at times, but considering how far we've come with digital effects in the past 10 years or more, I'd easily give it some slack. If I had to choose one part of these movies that still resonates with me, it would be the music. The orchestra that plays for the intro is still one of the best Spider-Man themes. And they also give each villain their own iconic theme, which is played right after the main Spider-Man theme. This is a very cool addition, and watching these movies once ago, the thing that stuck out to me as being cheesy is the dialogue. Some of the lines delivered just doesn't sound natural, but I guess that makes it a more entertaining experience. So, Pixar movies. They're probably a part of a lot of people's childhoods, that are my age at least. The Pixar movies that I liked as a kid were Cars 1, Ratatouille, Up, WALL-E, The Incredibles, and Finding Nemo. All these movies pretty much still hold up for me. Pixar is objectively the best animation studio. They set the bar not only for cartoonish CGI, but their music, characters, plots, and the relationships between those characters. The beginning of Up and Finding Nemo have a very sad tone to them, and I think that's one of the indicators that Pixar movies aren't just kiddie movies to make money, but that they're quality movies that all ages can enjoy, and that's probably why they still hold up. And finally, some classic cartoons, Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. These comedy cartoons have spawned several modern reboots, but what I'm talking about is the original 1930s through 1950s shows. Old shows like that have a special charm to them that you just don't get with modern cartoons. Mel Blanc did the voice acting for several of the Looney Tunes characters such as Bugs Bunny, Speedy Gonzales, Yosemite Sam, Elmer Fudd, Daffy Duck, and Sylvester. I used to watch DVD collections of these two shows all the time. My favorite Tom and Jerry episode would have to be Sleepy Time Tom, and choosing a favorite Looney Tunes episode is a little harder, but Wikiki Rabbit is still pretty good. Anyway, those are some of my childhood movies that I consider to be classics. Thank you for dropping by and listening to the Show Sponge podcast. New episodes weekly, and I hope I'll see you soon.